In the private sector, there's efficiency and there's time. And he covered a huge area and he stick to in time. So I really want to tell them plenty. Let's put our hands together one more time for Mark and Sonoko and the fantastic work they are doing to truly advance private sector investment. When I hear you, $50 million investment. Man, they take 50 million, you can't go up and say if you see better, no, they do. No, so, women can put 50 million, and because he believes say this grown here, better they are. And we see they made the grown the soak, now the work we Mr. Matthew talk about, and the work we the minister talk about, our president bill, we VP talk about for soak the ground. We get slave queen them, then we get slave farmer. So they are, the final intervention. Explain to me what you mean by slave farmer and what you as a slave farmer they do, especially to other young people when it comes to farming. You have the mic. Another clap for him, please.
Good morning. Honorable ministers, distinguished guests, and we all want for say morning. So, I started my first job in 2016, where I just come Jala, and Natonkolili. I work with USAID project on Feed the Future. So I work in Natonkolili with rice farmers, and then I can't find out say most of the farmers and then they all they about 50. They call the farmers where they work with. They see young people there. And when I first go down the community, I was 23. So even the farmers there, I go for going to introduce the project to them. They say, hey, this small picking and they can talk to it. Some of them, they even grab at the meeting. I say, not to the small picking, they look at the information what the small picking carry. So I begin for work with them farmers and then I begin for CCA because the project we focus on, we go do group formation and increase production in rice. But at the age of them farmers and we really not able to get the production where we require because labor be very expensive. So we do the group formation and then the project end. Then I can also work for government. I presently they work with the Produce Monitoring Board. And so we travel go Abidjan. Then I see a young person na the farm, and they're doing PhD in agriculture. And also other young people. That was in 2020. So I come back and say, okay, why not go start something? We go make young people and see agriculture attractive. One of the main reasons to make young people and they come into agriculture because we think say not attractive. Even when I enter Jala for go do first degree in agriculture general, I get so many people away where was like, really, they go do agriculture, why not banking, why not this? And now be with two no more woman at that time in 2012. So most people will not be going for them. So I said, okay, where I come, I start something where go really inspire young people and for coming to agriculture. And then I decided for find a catchy name with the word slay. Because we know a lot of young people there, you want for slay. We go for these big jobs because we want for slay. We want for look good, we want for, be up there. But then I remember say, the money where they inside agriculture, if only we harness the potential where they inside it, the only better yourself, the better the country as a whole. So in 2021, I start the Slave Farmer Network. And then after 2021, I still say a lot of young people don't begin to venture into agriculture. Most people, they can't have me PV. Most people, the way they sit to us, hey, I want to go do agriculture now. Advise me what I for go do. So this big salon, I can say personally, this big salon is a masterpiece. If only we harness them well. For the first time in a long time, government really focus on agriculture. Agriculture is one of the oldest career. Now the world, I stand corrected. So now, because we focus on this agriculture, this feed salon, not a one-man business. Now we all get for feed we save. So then they talk about the big change, and I read the feed salon report, and waiting Vice President say, and also waiting the Minister of Agriculture say, all of the things that as an agricultural professional, all of the things that we feed salon propose for do, if we do them, we really hope for a big change.
Better go day.
Better go day.
All right.
Because most of the challenges they get na mechanization. And then they bring me to the question where I really want to ask the minister, because the other day I go DSTI for go propose an idea how go bring the technology inside agriculture. The director tell me say, The first thing we need for prepare the people their mind for the technology the way we carry it. If we not prepare the farmers their mind, if we carry the technology now for nothing, they're not going to even know how to use them. So inside all the things that we fit Salone highlights, one, mechanization and irrigation, which is a very big challenge because human power not able to forget the increase where we need. Minister of Information they talk about we what they eat, how they eat. We really they eat, and this not a one-man business. And one way we are think say we all for come together and support this feed Salone, not through urban agriculture. Get your own backyard garden. Get your own small garden where if you want for you to go pick your own pepper and use them.
All right. I don't want to let you stop mid sentence, but I feel like I want to put a pause to that. You get one more 10 seconds more, okay. Or you don't know?
No, I know that.
All right, just 10 seconds. Yeah.
So 10 seconds finally, and the minister will talk about the value chain. Agriculture, if not the biggest, now one of the biggest inside the agricultural value chain. When we talk about agriculture, we only focus on farming. We need agricultural journalism. We need to get blogs the way young people go can they give report on agriculture and the feed.
Blogger there on I want to see the agricultural journalists the way they are. Eh? But excellent points. Thank you very much. I'll put your hands together for the slave farmer. And I'm a leader of the Slave Farmer Network in social media page now, Slave Farmer SL. And they do really interesting things and for attract young people into farming. Or make farming attractive. Because then we don't say while farming look attractive. Somebody say for make farming sexy. And to your points, where you look at with civic strategy, because you mentioned mindset shifts. Fit Salone, after Love Salone, and Fit Salone day and Digitize Salone day. So a civic imperative. So these are all parts of the strategy who they work together for do. Unfortunately, we don't come to the end of this panel because we saw the behind time. And now think so we will take questions for this panel now. We get the next panel with already, and then we get 3 other panels for today. I see some of the panelists are almost all done there now, and I want to allow at least 5 minutes for to do the transition. But if somebody didn't at the all, we get question, we see this question, a burning question you want to ask. No, you don't ask yesterday. Lord, get somebody will not ask it. You get access to all manner, you get able to ask we. And for the post, we not get access. We get burning question. The other thing you can do with your question is to text 818. And I will pass on to them and we text you the answer. 818 on all platforms. It's free. If you send on to the ministry, we'll be able to forgive you. So any burning question, you still get access to all now. I want if na school picking or somebody will not get access to, we will say, now in one chance this for ask that question day. I say school picking. Yes, students. Get a mic. Now give speech you a question. Time done. We not go and speech. Sharp. Yes. Afternoon. You know they are now, but ask no go answer for her. Yes. Okay. We just get a panel now on Feed Salone, a lot of substance. The next panel now on human capital development. Huh? He answer for you? No. The minister there, he on the next panel. Where can the panel will ask him about payments? Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education. 9 day on at the next panel. So we'll keep that question there. I say school students. Now they give chance. You know university students? Okay, give this university students. Not to speak you, straight question. Yes. Which university? Okay.
So we don't listen only in the pixels, and currently they moving in the right direction. But waiting at the big problem we don't even at Salone countless times na consistency and sustainability. Because we know say all government they're waiting and maintenance, and as government will change, when policies there and then practice there also will change. So waiting we want for make and the question I want ask now, waiting the government currently for ensure say all waiting the implement now sustainable. We're not going to change it. Any change the government because we all know say all waiting that for now get for benefits and investment the whole of people now. We get for who get for use in the future. So waiting that they do now for make things me and not change that government get for change.
Okay. Thank you very much, university students. I want to give one lady a chance. The lady will they and that will be the last one. I apologize in advance. I said last one. So last mean last. We get the other panel. You go ask the other question after. Go on. Yes. Yeah.
So we want to know when we are the couch to rest and follow the feedback. When we the rest don't go one among rest now. So we want to know that tell me when we are the couch to rest, follow the feedback one.
All right. I think the minister actually be addressed that question there already, but it's fine. Would you give Mr. Dingy and the minister a minute each for let the answer just briefly and then we close. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much, Minister, and thanks to the very good students for that question on consistency and sustainability. What would they do for make sure students here the indicators then continue for trend in the right direction? One, would they legislate most of the reforms there? So you find out if you follow the laws or they pass in the parliaments, like in the Finance Act, or they pass, or they make sure say strong reform measures they will believe say for be sustained with the legislator, so that once parliament don't pass into law, it means it could be very difficult for making you change them, and that they make compliance they improve, and they make sure say then things that could be sustained. So beaucoup tax measures, economic measures they will don't promulgate, we don't pass them into law, and indeed you go check if you can even resource center, I can give you some of them. The second and most important thing, now the use of technology, we beaucoup people they don't speak about. If you find out most of the things now they do, they digitize them. So like revenue. Now if you talk, even this drink where they talk about, see stamp around. 5 years ago, you nobody see them. It means say the policy who don't put on excise now, nobody need to escape again. So this private sector my way there, as you don't put this drink there, then stamp here the param, again for pay that excise on them. You know they will escape. So we digitize, you use technology on your economic policies and principles, then they will be sustained for the future where nobody know can just change them.
Thank you so much, sir. Mr. Minister, very briefly.
Thank you for that question. 2 weekends ago, I've been there na Falaba, Kabala, then I come Bundapi, and I go Tomabom. All inside and they were go, I see plenty rest. So I don't say all that time. Oh, right now, what they talk so farmer than they harvest. If I then rest now, poorly they poorly. I can't really farmer say. If you want rest, come to me. If I just gonna do, you able buy rest right now. If you go outside the exhibition, they able buy rest. The people in why they talk to, and by the way, you want to do business, rest right now. They party rest, then they sell 3,000 for the 50 kg bag rest right now because then they just 300 because then they just harvest. They get for go up because it is scarce and one for use them for seed and all and then they rest a day right now. The people then they eat them. Then get for eat them from now say for the next 4 or 5 months. We then not get for buy rest. I think that the thing is people don't understand. By the way, the amount of rest what we need, what we import. The one will get all the prisoner, but far past all the imports. That balance they now want for cover. And last point, for make we cover that gap there. That rest where they like, if you go now and do, you buy that rest where this man don't bring. You dey gain confidence. You dey make sure they feel say yes, my business they grow, they invest more, and I saw other people then go kind side because they go say yes, this rest business here, money they. And as more they come, that's all they produce more, and that's all the price they can down. Now the last civic responsibility, now we not they produce. We get a civic responsibility for produce. If you get back here, do something. But you will not they produce. You get a choice for buy Salone rest, Salone egg, Salone yabas, or imported one. If you make the choice for buy the Salone one, the Salone farmer go get the money.
Okay.
It go benefit in family. It go invest more, and we go get more. And so the price go can down. Rest
Thank you.
day, people then they eat them. If you want some, go buy right now. Nado.
Right now,
Thank you.
there. I don't want to say president, you na giant. You ask for rest, we say go right now, na do. Locally produced rice from all over the country, he did it. On that note, I want to say special thank you, Eni Musa Kwaka, Minister of Richard, Managing Director Sonoko, Rugia 2 Favor Kanu, aka Slave Farmer Sierra Leone. Wanna join me for tell thank you to my panel. As I invite Mr. Imran Silla, where they can call the next panel, where they focus on human capital. Oh, wait, nothing up. We one group picture, as usual. Let's stand. Let's just stand here and wait for us. Let panel stand. And then, as the transition, Imran will come, they call a young panel now. Okay, farmer, the owner say come. Let's take the picture quick. Imran. All right, thank you. Let me allow the other panel then say to Leone and brother.
Thank you very much to the Honorable Minister of Information and Civic Education, Chenoba, where most people can call Siba, for the last panel discussion. We get the next one. We're going to start in the next 5 minutes. I think apparently on the agenda, Deputy Minister, sir. Everybody, sir. I think on the agenda, let me say we get 5 minutes entertainment, but we'll go skip down there. One student dollars in Kado. So anybody will know say dollars in Kado. His name Usman Suma. Usman Suma. But if not, 2 or 3 days, we know Usman Suma, we can identify you. Thank you very much. So before we start, I think say, oh, good, recognize people not to the panelists though, because they will know so then can all man go recognize them. Honorable Mimi, we are the Deputy Minister of Environment. The person they were last at the call, and I'm your uncle under the family ordinance. You get Mr. Paul Senge. So sit on front row. Welcome, sir. Well, the students they will all not go. Students, do you on a sit down, on a take on a sit them. Them program they are very, very educative. So on a go benefit a lot. I'm sure, definitely. I think this supposed for be our Benjamin, right? Instead of then also three. I not forget you. And I'll welcome him. He don't do it since yesterday, from the start to now, and chances are now all the finish and today. Do you want to take with seats? We're there about for one for start the next session. As soon as the minister and which he say we there behind of time. Yeah, so we want for start we own and Donham. Minister go on what week you use sharp. So they begin a sharp one, we done a sharp one. I look like say the student they don't tower the one kind side back. So long wait for them small. All right, okay. Well, on that note, I think so we'll go start. Good afternoon to everybody. We're already now continue for telling our plenty thank you on behalf of the minister and the deputy and the ministry for our continued presence in this Civic Festival. We did day 2. It's been a packed event from yesterday to today. We had His Excellency the President yesterday. Today we get the Honorable Vice President for come and can talk to we and take we through within governments don't do up until now. We don't get the first panel discussion moderated by yours truly, Minister Siba, on feed Salone and food security and agriculture. That session there has been very refreshing. Now we get human capital development. Human capital development. Where I think say for me, na the anchor for every single one of within His Excellency the President, retired Brigadier Julius Madabio in broad vision for Salone. Human capital development. Without that day, nothing not the work. Lord, not forget say in a manifesto before the elections in 2018, human capital development was at the center of President Bio in vision for 5 years. And central to that day was free quality education. Now, as His Excellency the President be the campaign again, and they ask for a fresh mandate from the people of this country for his second and final term as President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, a pull Nado order manifesto, to consolidating the gains and accelerating development. So meaning all of which will happen in 5 years, how they consolidate them. Whilst would accelerate development on feed security and plenty other things, them youth employment and so on and so forth. So clearly shows His Excellency the President get a mindset for empower Sierra Leoneans, young people, particularly women, and make we don't pass all of them legislations them so far for ensure say women them central to everything what they do. So now we will come talk about human capital development. And I will call on the panelists then. I will first of all call on the Honorable Minister of Health and Sanitation, Dr. Austin Demby. They are on a low clap for us in the cup. A sober man. Sober man in the cup. So now clap back again for him. Next on the panel, I can call him the coolest. Now the coolest cabinet minister. We now the minister for basic and senior secondary school. Guess what, go? So the clap for past Dr. Austin Young Small. Conrad Saki, welcome. We also get the president for CFN, Philippa Dole. Now clap for Philippa Dole. Aha. See? Now not take Philippa Soba. Welcome. And then we get Midwives Association, Umu Faye. Umu. On a clap for him, on a clap for him. I don't want they had to deliver for Dr. Austin Demby, the ministry and government. And they help for Larry Low gets the required treatment that we will need at then various places then. And then finally we get Alfonso Manley. Alfonso, in a civil society person, I should say, don't tell you go deal with some civil society issue, but I go join with very soon. In any case, we'll get the next 1 hour, and I want follow we start and finish on time. So I will allocate the term them in a certain way. Minister, Austin Demby, Doctor, and Conrad Saki will get 10 minutes each. President, CFN will get 5, Midwives Association 5, Alfonso Mani, I'll give him something between 5 to 7 minutes if he come, and then that means we'll go done in 40 minutes because this program lasts for 1 hour, and the next 20 minutes you not forget say the last session will not get as many questions, and the expectation is we will get as many questions, many more questions this term. So we need for able for get started and do on the right way. First, let's start with Honorable Minister, Dr. Austin Demby. You don't come from plenty of we program them. Press conferences, town hall, both you as a person and also your deputy, Professor Dr. Senesi. I want to let you give a recap of your sector as it relates to human capital development, which one I don't do over this period, and within the mindset. And you will get 10 minutes for the Dawande.
Well, thank you very, very much. Really glad for the arts there. I really want to tell the Minister of Information and Civic Education for convening this. All can today and talk about all aspects of government business and how we interact with the people. For last start, for how health sit down inside the human capital development. I want to see is school picking in there. Yeah. School picking on there. Yeah. But wait, so school picking on our main reason for go school now for land, ain't it? Well, if na know well, we not go able for land. I not say farmer then they. I not say journalist then the journalists then una there. About how the journalists don't are afraid. But again, you know, say your journalism work is very important. But if you know well, you go able to perform that job there, it go difficult. So what would they talk about well body business? How they can say, well body now waiting, not gentry, yeah? Well body business now, all man business. So for we, the way we see well body business, we dey follow the president in vision. He say we want to develop this country. If you want to develop this country, the first thing you get for do now for make sure say the development is linked to individual. So every person you able for be the best person where you can be. So for let you be the best person where you can be, then say first let you invest in education. But again, the education not to just the book learning no more. Now the knowledge acquisition for let you able for understand yourself, your environment, and let you be able to make that knowledge they help you for improve you and your environment. Then you do one for all 8 million of we. So the number one priority is to get educated. So if you get educated, then you get a really good ingredient for build your nation. But if you're educated, you're not healthy, no problem. So the president say we want to let all man be educated, also let all man be healthy. So if you don't educated, then you're healthy. The next important thing where the president say is for let all man get food security so that you don't get to worry about shop business again. So we believe say if you're educated, if you're healthy, if you get food security, then you get all the other support infrastructure. It will make the possibility for you as a person for let you be the best that you could be. So for we already talk about well-body business, well-body is a platform for national development. And with the bury reserve deep in the human capital space. What's that mean? That means they all talk about well-body business, not to malaria no more, not to TB no more, not to HIV no more, not to, because I know when they do first them. What's now we say, we don't want to let somebody come with the best malaria medicine, with the best mosquito net, with the best all things, then the person get typhoid. You never for menam. Or the person get malnutrition, you never for menam. If you do that, all man on losses. So we get a fundamental change in healthcare delivery in this country because we say healthcare now around the person. Person-centered care. Person-centered intervention. The next thing we want for highlight now for say this well-body business now for all man. So we say well-body business now for all man. That means say nobody no for left behind. That means say you get for include everybody in all your intervention. Mr. Chair, today, now Universal Health Coverage Day. Universal health coverage is, you say, all man their well-body important to it. And let it deliver safely. So all the intervention we get for do for the belly woman, now we work on now. Where the picking unborn, between 0 and 6 years, all what you need for do for well body, the maclate, the malaria, the TB, the HIV, all the nutrition, all the work we need for do for them picking them. For let them not just survive, but let them roju, let them healthy, let them thrive. Say them go kindergarten. Now kindergarten they ready for let them go school. We want let them ready for school, then healthy enough for school. We then go school now, we get what's called school health. For make sure say where you dey school, you able to focus by your learning and make sure say all the malaria, then TB, then nutrition, then maclate, you get all what you need so that you're able to focus by your learning. Till you turn young adolescent, till you turn adult, till you turn senior citizen. So for we will say well body now for all man with the watch out from where you pregnant all the way till you old part like me. So nadani nadawe they would look am. And now you don't say things don't begin change in the country. Let's say for example, just the Leone side, who don't focus on them. First time this country, all man they afraid for Salone, all man they afraid for top what Salone because now I shouldn't say as you get belly no more no see na die business 1998. This country in the past few years, we don't reduce maternal mortality by 60%. That 60% day, now the fastest drop anywhere in the world. That 60% day, now I make last week, the one whole Liberia Ministry of Health, they all confirm for find out how we able to do that. The week before that, the one whole Burkina Faso, the Ministry of Health, and Salone, for us see what they do now. So we're really quite proud of that. The other thing what they do for them picking it now, we don't say we don't reduce the infant mortality by 30%, but that they not do. We dey try for reduce it even more. We dey try for look at all of the different stages there in life and make sure say we get the right interventions. The other thing what they try for do, also we take healthcare to people. And now 4 major areas now happen inside the healthcare system we all get for realize. Number 1, the president's bill say we get for take healthcare as close to the people there as possible. Now then called primary healthcare. So all the district them, all the chief them, all the community, Yaso, na Salone, 85% of the population then get a primary healthcare unit within a 5-kilometer radius. You know how they happen in any other country in the region. So we don't create access. The next thing what they do now, that access they don't create, then we put quality behind them. So now that they will work on the quality. The quality get 4 different domains. Number 1, pan the quality, now for ensure say we get energy and infrastructure. So they look all of the hospital there now. Again, we get 1,600 facility them. You can run that pan generator. 20%, 30% of the hospital and revenue now for go fan fuel for manage the generator. We don't depend on that anymore. They try for shift completely. So right now, 18 hospital in the country. They get high solar renewable energy, and we try for raise the number. 230 primary healthcare units them. We will completely solarize them for let them not able to rely on generator. At the same time, we will make sure say all of the 1,600 facility them by 2030. All of them will be solar energy driven. At the same time, we will watch for the physical infrastructure, the building itself. Again, not just build us no more work out of it. We make sure say the building is capable of not only providing the energy we need, but if you use them for dig water well, they then get borehole them for get quality water on the side and get the sanitation aspect addressed. The next part now forget the doctor and nurse them for run the place. Now big challenge down there, but inside the last few years we don't increase the number of healthcare staff by over 5,000 with the But you know what's in but that training day? Then train at Salone. Where the exam come, then go Nigeria for go take the exam. We then take the exam. 100% of we doctor then pass the exam. 100. Yeah. Now we actually build a neurosurgery capability here. So again, I know say we run out of time, but I'll give now some quick highlight them. That's how they do primary health care. That's how they do staffing and staffing complement. That's how they do supply chain for make sure say commodities and then at the right place at the right time. At the same time, we get the drugs to the people there. As we do all of that, one of the other things that they do now for make sure say not to primary health care no more they focus on, for take health care to the people. We make sure say the hospital themselves, they're ready for take more complex cases. So right now they build 1 new hospital in Carytown. We don't secure $50 million for build our hospital there. We just don't build this one at Lumley. We build one other about close to $28 million in Kono. Right now they go break ground for $100 million hospital between Bo and Kenema. And that will be part. At the same time, the hospital not a building no more. Now what's in the inside? Right now, as how they speak, so on the high seas, we don't buy 2 big CT scan machines, top of the line. We put one at Connaught, we put one at Kenema, and we try to make sure say all the districts then get CT scan. So you don't need to go Ghana again. You go there so you get your CT scan. At the same time, we don't buy 10 ultrasound machines where they come, we will distribute all over the country. At the same time, also, we don't buy some new machine we then call anatomage, where they allow the medical student for land, you don't need for take the body again for land. You can get electronic images that will allow you to do phenomenal job. So again, we're glad for what's going on in the health sector. So much to go on, but inside 10 minutes, no will cover Baku.
but health embedded in human capital, because you will use health for national development. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Una lot clap for her again. Una lot clap for him. There is a reason which make Dr. Austin Demby now the Minister of Health. He gets capable staff. I see one pan themselves just don't come in here, Dr. Kaba, and others them, CMO and deputy ministers, Professor Dr. Senesi, and Shamsu Mustafa. Yes, I can call her Shamsu Mustafa because I know the path, so now so they take member arm, like same like our Benjamin. I know it's not Dr. Jalika to Mustafa. And so, you know, because of the capable staff where he gets now the ministry, now that make it able to achieve all of them in there. Maternal mortality, infant mortality by 60% and 30% respectively. 18 healthcare facilities, recruitment across the sector. You know, Doc Way will be the campaign leading up to the elections for 2023. One of the things that we'll talk about will give people and the courage and the energy for elect president again, now the number of recruitments in the health sector, you know, across the board. Nurses, senior nurses, health workers, and all of them in the end we see the one and they pay dividends. Because not only about the structures, it's also about the personnel and in capacity. So all of the one and they go credit to the minister and his team, and do a lot clap for her again one more time. And now, I want to turn attention to the possible get free quality education. President in mantra for 5 years, 2018 to 2023. Your responsibility now for consolidate the gains, you know, as the manifesto say, consolidate the gains and accelerate development. So you get two responsibilities in our ministry. Minister Conrad Saki, now your ministry, since you take up office last year, roughly about 1 year, 6 months now, what it all look like for you? How you able to consolidate gains in the 5 years, and how you able for also with president in clear vision, how you also able for take the ministry and then school picking there, then business go before. I'll give you 10 minutes, sir.
First of all, let me start off by saying good afternoon to all boys and girls in this room. As they don't already say, the first 5 years we introduced free quality education. But let us go back and look at what free quality education be there about. The free aspects actually say that school picking enough for pay school fees. School picking enough for pay for exam fees. School picking forget teaching and learning material for the core subjects. School picking also forget free school meals. And up until last year, we be feed something like 800,000. School picking the girl picking also for able get free sanitary pads. So these are all the things that we will do for make education free. Now, I want to just say very quickly, the ministry divided into two. They get the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, when I meet they in charge of. They get the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education. When you look at the model we get now with system, then call her 6334. 6 years of primary school, 3 years of junior secondary school, 3 years of senior secondary school, and 4 years of university. In 2023, we passed an Education Act where we changed that model day. So now we don't get 6334 anymore. We get what you call 16334. The one, you get 1 year of compulsory pre-primary education. So we don't add 1 more year. But let me just say, what are the gains that we will make? The gains that we'll make will be significant in terms of the access we'll provide for people and for Kana education. And the reason why we do that, Andy, is that the free quality school education, if we put her in basic language, now what I will call a pro-poor policy. A pro-poor policy, now where you they take the financial burden from the average household, we make it easy for make that person they able to send him picking and go to school. So all them free thing and what I tell you, now for make sure say that no financial burden not go act as a barrier for make you get inside education. So that's what we will do. Let me tell you what in the gains. We currently get 13,000 schools in the country. We get 3.4 million people in the system. Now with that come beaucoup challenge them. The one challenge we carry is that if you get so many people in your school, you get for the big classroom them for make you able to accommodate them picking in there. So what you want to spend me time to do in terms of consolidating them against the wood or make, now for those giving a feel for what we don't do since the second term of the government. So let us start off first of all with some curriculum reforms. The first curriculum reform, we don't introduce foundational learning. Foundational learning with a target the beginning from what you call P0 to P4, that are from nursery school to class 4, with maths, English, socio-emotional skills. Normally that's the foundational learning consists of. But in Salone, we add two more aspects to that. One is civic education. We in Adabek we celebrate here today, taking we pass because we don't get civil war and all that. But also we bring in digital skills because we believe say through digital skills we go able to leapfrog the way to the 21st century. So we reform foundational learning, and for that we now get new textbook that we will develop. We get new teacher guides. We order 500,000 of them textbook then they. And for make sure say we mean what you say, every picking from we go there from P1 go get one textbook to himself. So you don't get for share anymore. Because in the past you they get 3 to 1. For this one, for foundational learning, now one textbook to one picking. Why is foundational learning important? If them picking are able to read and write, are able to understand what in they read and write, then all the rest of education, they be simple. For the one the way they senior secondary school, one of the biggest challenges we would get, now for make people them pass English, now was. So last 2023, the pass rate for English was 16%. We're not good enough. This year, we improve them by another 3%. We're now at 19%. But that's still not good enough. And the reason why it's not good enough is because if you begin in a struggle at the early stage for read and understand, they're not so at the higher level where you have to go ask them for apply critical thinking, now you go able for able to do that. So we need for sort that out at the early stage. So this is now a big part of the money that we will get, now they will put some part. The second thing we will do in terms of curriculum reforms, we will develop a new curriculum for this 1 year where we don't make compulsory for pre-primary school. So that curriculum though, we don't bring experts come, we don't get a technical team, then they work on our after they talk to. The third aspect is that, remember 2022, we introduced a new senior secondary school curriculum. That senior secondary school curriculum day, in 3 years' time, or actually less than 3 years' time, in 1.5 years' time, then therefore take exams. So we now need for develop what they call examination syllabus for their exam then day. So these are the things that they do for bringing quality into the system and consolidate the gain that we don't make before. Let's go to, if you want to talk about quality, you cannot talk about quality without teachers. Before the second term, we don't recruit 10,000 teachers. 10,000. As I talk so right now this year, the TSC, the Teaching Service Commission, where maybe they manage, don't get a mandate for recruit 4,300 teachers. In addition to the 4,300 teachers, we also, the I want somebody to talk about salaries of teachers. We'll be doing at Teaching Service Commission, I think 2023. We negotiate a package for teachers and forget 45%, but of increase in their salaries. But let me just go back to that issue because somebody asked the question. When this government came into power in 2018, then give teacher the 30% increase. For then teacher then with the below between scale 1 to 6, then give them 10% on top of the 30%. So now just assume say then get 30%. In 2023, they add 45%, where then give them 15% for each year for 3 years. The last of that 15%, then they pay this January. So if you put that together, the average teacher would not get 75% increase in salary. If you think about this, only now, then civil servants then get 30%. The teacher then don't get 75%. For the one who they between grade 1 to 6, then get 10% added to that, and so now 85%. But I also take time for those explain. That 45% is cumulative. So if you add that, it pass 45%. First there, we don't introduce a leadership program for we head teacher them. Because we realize, say, if the head now the school, no, then whatever money you pump into that school, better than follow. So we don't introduce a school leadership program for the first time. Why I say first time? Then they get workshop them by leadership. This time we get a competency-based school leadership program. Why start now the TSC? And then we don't get funding for 3,000 teachers and for train. The first 300 don't go through the system. Let I also just mention the fact that in addition to that, teaching they change all the time. Now you get computer, you get all that thing. So we don't introduce a licensure for a teacher. They will say, before you be teacher, we left you in front of the classroom them. You get for take an exam. You get for pass 5 subjects. Let's just go back. Now England, for make you be teacher, you get for get 3 subjects at all levels. You get for get English, you get for get maths, you get for get science. We know if we do that in this country, we will get problem. So now we introduce that aspect there, and I want to make I explain why important. You take first, you take English, now the medium of instruction. Second, you take maths. Why maths? People they say why maths? That primary school teacher they teach both English and maths. But why maths for the secondary school teacher? Because maths teach you problem solving skills. The other thing we teach you, you get for exam we get for take now an ICT exam. Why? Because computers now we talk about digital skills in terms of foundational learning. The teacher themselves get for acquire that digital skills. Then we get 2 other subjects them. One, a pedagogy, that's now how to teach. We don't spend a huge amount of time in the first term. They look at what we teach. What we teach is the curriculum. So now we move down now and focus on how we teach. So even in terms of foundational learning, we not just they go do course that we don't do in the past. Now we get a new approach to foundational learning we call structured pedagogy, which now the science of reading now in the influence. And the reason why we want that is because all the training the we don't do, if we begin another pass basic foundational learning exams, then we not be the doing right. So we want for doing right, and we bring in a new structure now to that. So that's not the other two what they do. So as I speak so right now, we don't train 14,000 teachers in this new pedagogy for P1. That add because we don't make gains in the past. We don't train over 25,000 teachers. Now we don't train just this year 14,000 added to the handy. Let me also go to the teaching workforce. I tell you before, we don't get 10,000. When this government can inside power, they not be the recruit teacher self. They be the replace teacher. If teacher die, they replace her. They not be the recruit teacher because they get a moratorium on recruitment. This government don't recruit 10,000. I tell you, say this year there is 4,300. If you look at the budget for this year, 2025, there is another 2,000. And you know go don't do. If I go talk to funders. I go ask them for make we able add more teachers, because we get new way we add teachers. So sometimes we don't recruit 1,000 through Global Partnership for Education, where we they give stipend. But we they give stipend at the same rate teacher they within.
So first of all, when we look at the human capital, a big plan for everybody. Because when you look at the country to be specific, if you want the country for develop, then you get to focus more on the human capital. And when we talk about the human capital, you know, all they get for deal with the resources, you know, all they get for do with infrastructure, but you also get for deal with the people then, especially the children and the young people in Salone.